what the hell is a Senrai Maidens? And how does it get 5.4 million views in like 3 days? Is it a Taylor Swift song? Did you plaster it as an ad on all the websites? Let's take a look. I'm gonna goon. Let's speed this up for copyright. Yeah, copyright. Alright. I'm gonna goon. Anime!
𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶 𝗏島の広場で支援を。方向落ちすぎ。D ポイントよ。ラッシュピースする。ダメ。D ポイントを叩け。時間がない。急いで。
You have a tank and you choose an RPG. Alright, fine, whatever. More Daka!
うわちょっとやりすぎじゃない？どれだ？先にシャワー。シャワー。その両方乗っての？
Why are they laughing like that? Alright. So basically, I saw this video in the morning. This thing. And I thought, oh, kind of interesting how 2 tank games are doing anime at the same time. That's a coincidence, but I have no idea what the hell is a Senrai Maiden. I have no idea. What's a self-made IP collab? Alright. So it's not an actual collab, right? It's self-made. Individual premium vehicles. Alright, it's premium tanks, it's premium, fine. No new crew voices. They're speaking in Russian for the Russian vehicle, even though there's an anime chick, supposedly. Supposedly. So you're just buying a skin at this point. Okay. You defeat the whole purpose of anime.
Congratulations. フェアに行くわよ。これは戦争じゃない。道を外れたら戦車が泣くでしょ。
So only a skin version of an M1A1. Battle rating 11.5 or 11. I can't read. 11.7. Rank 7. What the hell does rank mean? I have no idea. I mean, the max battle rating is like 13.5 or 14. I don't play War Thunder. I don't know. I just go off of by videos, but that's close. That's like a tier 8 in our sense. Well, then again, we got tier 11s now. Okay. It's like a tier 8.5. Fine, whatever. Why the hell did they put the 𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶 or E100? That's the... Okay. It's stupid, but it's German. It's not supposed to be American. Okay, whatever. Okay. Profile picture doesn't matter much. You're just gooning, mostly. So with our decals too, but whatever. They don't have missions, by the way, to get a free commander with the crew voiceover thing, or a free skin. You can get 1 commander and 1 skin and some decals. That's it. Oh. Okay, so basically, if you're reading through all the commentaries or comments, oh, 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗶, no. Yeah, 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗶 is actually a driver, not a loader, by the way. She's a driver, not a loader. But then again, Alessa is also the radio operator, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but she's supposed to be the loader. Whatever, right? But yeah, if you're reading the comments, it's always been like the grass is always greener on the other side. For War Thunder, for World of Tanks, for some reason, the grass is always greener on the other side. So, yeah, I mean, paying $70 for not a crew is crazy to me. Paying $30 for not a crew is also crazy to me, but yeah, you're basically gooning for their own IP. Yeah, their own IP. It's not a collab, technically. It's like saying Marvel and the biggest cinematic universe collaboration. It's not collab. You're in your own universe, right? Spider-Man's the same thing as Captain America. You're not like Batman and Spider-Man. That would be crazy, right? So it's not like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit scenario or Kingdom Hearts scenario. That's a collab, but Battlefield 3. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. And you're copying that GOAT pose. Yeah, Battlefield 3 is GOATed. So, yeah. Not exactly. Okay. But download the wallpaper for free. I think it's $70. Or €70. One of which. $69.99. USD, I presume. But rank 11.5. You get a profile icon. Okay. Massive assets. Ballistics. Okay. A decal with a face. Just one. Title? Useless. Similar to our titles. It's garbage. Camo. Is it applied to any other vehicles? I think it only applies to the Abrams. You don't get a crew. You don't get voiceover. And that's the main reason you're actually buying the Firefly, by the way. You're not buying the Firefly for the Firefly. I already have enough premium American medium tanks. I don't need any more, right? You're buying it for the crew. And the crew, if you've been playing the game long enough, is actually not as good as your maxed out crew also, but Leopard 2A4, $70, and a T80. So basically, like the video said, you're paying $70 for a skinned copy of a vehicle that's already in the game, I presume, but alright, anime. So it's always been the grass is greener on the other side, but some people say, World of Tanks is good, or Wargaming is actually decent on the collab front, or the developer front. I'll put an asterisk to that, right? I'll put an asterisk. So, this is coming from a World of Tanks player. I have no idea how War Thunder does their stuff and their collabs. I have no idea, but we do have a lot of collabs in World of Tanks. That's an actual fact. Not a question, not a suggestion. We do have a lot of collabs. Some of the collabs are goated. Girls on Panzer makes easy money. No question. Easy money. Selling you questionable vehicles. Like this piece of work. Yeah, we already know this vehicle is kind of meh, right? It's a stock Centurion with a Mark 1 turret and a 17-pounder. It's practically an Eagle 7 Pershing. So not really that great. Armor doesn't really hold up. Does have the gun depression and not really that much DPM compared to a Comet. But you're not paying the money for this vehicle. You're buying the crew, right? You're buying the crew with the voiceover. That is the specialty. You're not buying the actual vehicle. The vehicle is bleh at best. You're paying for the crew. And all the crews could be moved to other vehicles of the same nation and roles, such as commander or gunner or loader or driver or yada, whatever. And all of them are voiced, which is nice. So that's a big plus. You're buying for the crew. You're not buying for the vehicle. And plus, some of them are coordinated in a sense. If you have multiple of a same group, they get a shared voiceover. What the hell's my... I think I put them in the tortoise? Yes, I did. So if you have like multiple crew voices, they'll all interact with each other in a sense. So you don't have to buy the vehicle for the vehicle, right? You can put the anime crew into another vehicle of your choosing, including tier 11s. But there is a downside to proprietary collaboration, is that they made it you cannot change the roles of the crew members. So I already mentioned this so many times, but for those who are playing War Thunder and thinking World of Tanks is actually greener, I'll put an asterisk to that, right? So what I mean is Aki is a loader. In the anime, in the lore, she's a gunner. And if you put her at the actual gunner spot, they could actually fit the high tiers of German light tanks, such as the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen or the 𝗏𝗏𝗾. Where the hell's a 𝗏𝗏𝗾? There's a 𝗏𝗏𝗾. 𝗏𝗏𝗾 has 3-man crew as well. So she does not fit. She's a loader. This needs a gunner. So you don't have the shared crew voices. And obviously the OCD, but whatever. So yeah, I do give it to Wargaming for having better collabs, technically, but we get some spacey, questionable collaboration. So recent collab are pretty decent, right? Wolfenstein stuff, the skin looks pretty good, right? Even put the girls on Panzer crew because you could. For premium tanks and for special tanks, you can move the crew anywhere about, so it's not restricted in a sense. You're not playing one vehicle for the anime crew. You're playing a bunch. I could put my GOAT crew, where the hell's the GOAT crew, in the E50M. That's the GOAT. So you can put the crew into any other German medium tanks, simply because it's premiums or special, right? So you can actually get the voiceover along with all this stuff. And they don't put the secondary voiceover, even though they have one for Hana and for Yukari, of course. But yeah, that's why it's awesome. You're buying the vehicle for the crew. You're not buying it for the actual vehicle. The actual vehicle is, I mean, sometimes they're okay, like the Panzer IV or the Tiger II, but yeah, you're not buying the vehicle for the vehicle. So yeah, sometimes the collabs are good. Sometimes the collabs are I haven't used the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crew. God damn it. It does not fit, right?
It's my call. I decide who gets a beatdown.
Of course.
All right, penetrated their armor.
So, I mean, we do have goated Hall of the Ops commanders, right? Like Jason Statham or Arnold or Chuck.
Can't handle the heat, can you?
I really hate the radio static effect. That's the only thing I have a gripe with. Other than that, fine. The GOATs. Even Chuck Norris and whatever, right? We have Duke Nukem. We have Lara Croft in the game, which is okay. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is a little bit too much. A little bit too much.
Submit to Lord Krang.
Submit to Lord Krang. So, yeah. We even have Stallone as Rambo.
That one sunk in.
I think that's actually a voice actor, not exactly Stallone doing the actual voice, but yeah. We also have a weird system where some of the crews are brothers in arms, 0 crew skill, and some of the other ones are not. Recent change, by the way, so just because they want you to spend more money on better crews, in a sense. But we have Star Trek stuff too, with Spock. So some of the vehicle skins are decent. Some of the vehicle skins are out there. Namely, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins. But what the hell is the de facto skin? Look at this skin. This is the Russian server skin for their battle pass. Kind of decent, right? Kind of decent. Our battle pass skin is this thing. God damn. So, slice and dice. But you could say World of Tanks has decent collabs. I'll put an asterisk to that, right? We have a lot of collabs. Some are pretty good skins. Some are not really that good, right? The skins for the 𝗦𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗲 for Dune is pretty decent. That looks like the dragonfly helicopter plane thing, which is pretty decent. But some of the other skins are kind of okay, like the Star Trek. I didn't even put it on because it's so eye-catching. It's just sword, like that thing. Oh god! So they have special animations and stuff, but it really doesn't. A little bit too much, right? But I'll give Gaijin this. I'll give War Thunder this. If they're doing their own IP, right? If they're doing their own IP and stuff, at least they're going with a somewhat marketable to Gooners, to weebs, in a sense of a franchise. If they're going to do a spin-off for their own collaboration, or not collaboration, but you know, as a side hustle compared to War Thunder. So they could put this as the Nike or NIKKE of a pseudo shooter thing, right, in their own franchise, as opposed to what Wargaming is doing, wasting money on garbage IPs that nobody cares about. What happened to Steel Thunder, or Steel Thunder, Steel Hunter, is they sold it. So if you don't know about this, Steel Hunter is a mech shooter that they sold after like 6 months or something, canceled or sold or canceled, one of the which. So yeah, not even like the actual Steel Hunter, let alone a mech franchise. So if Gaijin is chasing trends, at least they're chasing a large chunk of demographics for the gooning, right? Is it called Nike or something? Of course it is. Of course I know my goddamn anime goon. So, or like Genshin Impact or something. Alright, so yeah, you're going to sell a lot of money with anime. Jesus Christ. It's already out there. God damn the assets. We're not gooning over this. Yeah, so if they're going to do their own IP, right? At least they're hedging the bet a little bit better than whatever the hell the Steel Hunter thing is, right? Whatever the hell this thing is. Yeah, this is stupid. So yeah, if they're going to waste money, at least they're wasting it on possibly better gooning potential or popularity potential than what Wargaming does. But hey, at least we get more collabs. So what I'm trying to say is the grass is not always greener, right? It's always, we have random crap. We have not the actual development points I wanted to focus on, like better economy, better penalty for AFKers, especially for the rank mode called Onslaught in our game. What if you AFK in a 7 vs 7? You lose points. You don't rank up as hard, which is stupid, right? So there's not that many changes to our economy, our ranking system, AFKers, bots, especially Gold Shell. Right? Gold Shell has been a big factor. If you don't want to change the economy or the performance of the Gold Shell, fine. Make the Gold Shell damage you gain earn less XP. So you cannot just spam it and basically inflate your ranking or inflate your rating, right? You don't get as much XP if you spam Gold Shell. You don't have to do anything about the economy, the performance, none of that. Change how much XP you gain from using Gold Shell. They don't want to even do that. They don't want to poke it with a large 10-foot pole just because how big of an issue, right? That's stupid. So it's not always greener on both sides. Sometimes they're doing stuff better than the other side, sometimes other aspects, but at least we got girls on Panzer, right? Okay. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.